Okay, we're up and at 'em here. We're multitasking. We're getting ready for a one day off. I hope you've got a bunch of days off. Us, just tomorrow, which I'll take it. Nice little break in the middle of the week. Get what you can get. Well, the internet's trying to tell me that there are things that happen in movies all the time that do not happen in real life. What? Well, I like movies. So why don't we take a look at some tropes? Things that happen in movies all the time, yet these do not reflect reality. All right. Some of these might be pieces of good advice to the average person, because people are kind of dumb. Like if you hit someone on the head hard enough to knock them out, you might kill them. In movies, they'll always just knock somebody out to, make their way to the next room or whatever. And it's like, they're all right. He just got cracked in the head with the butt of a shotgun. He'll be okay. Yeah, no, people can die. One punch to the head could kill somebody. So that should really only be one of those self-defense, life or death situations if you want to get yourself in a fight. It's not cool to get in fights, dudes. Come on. Well, unless you do it sanctioned. Get yourself in the cage. All right? What else do we got here? Self-repair after being shot. Yeah. I've been playing through The Last of Us, which, it's a video game. I know. But at one point, one of the characters gets a piece of rebar right through his guts. Is that too gross for this time of day? Anyway, just some dirty stitching found around, somewhere within this post-apocalyptic world. Just stitch it up. A little bit of antibiotics, you're good to go. Just be tough. I noticed this one on something I was watching with the daughter the other day. Someone staring at a passenger while they're driving. And they stared at him for a long time. They're barreling down the freeway. It's like, you got to kind of watch the road. You're in LA. There is traffic. Running past airport security because it's your only chance at love, and it's now or never. If you try to run past airport security, you're getting tased. You are getting tackled to the ground. There ain't no running past airport security. If you could do that, I'd do it every time. Because I hate dealing with airport security. They always rip my bag to pieces. You'd think after enough times going through security, they'd put a little note on your account. This guy's probably fine. His CPAP machine is probably not packed to the brim with who knows what kind of, illicit substances or objects. All right, let's see here. What else do we got? Taking 2 bites of an elaborate homemade breakfast and leaving without cleaning up. Well, here's one that I see happen in movies all the time. It hasn't popped up on this list, but I'm surprised because it was another one I noticed in a movie the other day. What was I watching? Barbarian. Yeah. When people go to the bathroom in a movie, they never use toilet paper. Never. They just stand on up and pull their pants up. It's totally disgusting. And it was sort of addressed briefly in Barbarian because, the girl was looking for TP. But then she didn't find it. Had to end up going to the basement to find some TP. So she just, gets up, pulls her pants up, and then she never goes back to the bathroom after finding the TP because she gets locked in the basement. So gross. I don't know. Maybe it would just seem strange if somebody wiping in a movie. Maybe the first time they tried it, they're like, I don't know about this. I don't know about wiping. This is making it a little bit too real. Just pull your pants up. We're starting to see a lot of the best of 2024 lists popping up, which is fun. I'm not surprised by what I'm seeing on a lot of these best of things either, because they tend to just be popularity based. But I gotta disagree with one. that I keep stumbling across this morning in a variety of forms. I shared the one post. Let's see where that was from. Wall of Death PH. I don't know what this page is, to be honest, but I'm following them. Linkin Park's Emily Armstrong has been crowned the Queen of Rock in 2024. All right, now, I personally think that Emily Armstrong did a good job, did a great job, an awesome job with the new Linkin Park songs. I think The Emptiness Machine is a super catchy song and one of the best rock songs of the year. But the Queen of Rock 2024, I don't know about that. And I know you're all going to say you're just biased because you really like this artist. But I got to go with Poppy for the Queen of Rock 2024. And it's not just because I like Poppy, okay? I want to talk about two of the biggest rock and metal songs of the year. We've got Poppy with Bad Omens, Van, V-A-N. And then we've got Poppy with Knocked Loose, Suffocate, not to mention Poppy's New Way Out, which is her best performing radio charting song to date. And her new album's just amazing. I think between two of the biggest songs of the year, which obviously Linkin Park's songs are bigger. All right, I get it. But this is Linkin Park we're talking about. I really think no matter who they had brought in as vocalist, they'd be ending up on all of these best of lists at the end of the year. They're Linkin Park, okay? They're Linkin Park. There's no way that any artist on the planet in the world of rock and metal had any chance of comparing with the kind of reaction that a return of Linkin Park would get. But yeah, it was kind of a built-in thing. It's Linkin Park. It's going to be big. For Poppy to do so well in all of these different areas, I got to go with Poppy as the Queen of Rock 2024. It was her biggest year to date. And in so many different realms. The extreme metal scene embracing Poppy. Who would have thought that? You know, Knocked Loose fans are hardcore. And just endless support. But then also, to put out one of the biggest rock radio songs, or rock songs, period, of the year with Bad Omens, and a solo album that is just killer. Sorry, Linkin Park. I'm Team Poppy. Rolling through a Tuesday morning. What's up? It's the Victor Wiltz Show. Hey, you know anybody who's pregnant? Like, maybe a significant other, family member, I don't know, friend. Babies are very expensive. And as we all know, everything's gotten to be way more outrageous in this day and age. So, got a baby on the way. Every little thing's going to help. Well, Z103, my homies next door, they have launched their annual Idaho's #1 Baby Bump contest, where you can win everything you need for the perfect nursery and a newborn photo shoot to capture those first precious moments. All you got to do to enter is fire up any of the Z103 apps. We got the regular Z103 app, Vibes 103, and Throwback 103. Download all three, enter in all three, and maybe you could be the winner of Idaho's #1 Baby Bump, delivered by Mountain View Hospital's new NICU and Z103. Yeah, everything you could need for that nursery setup, like a glider, rocker, swing, changing table, and more. Plus that photo shoot, very cool. So let anybody you know who's got a baby on the way. They just need to take a picture of their baby bump and submit that in the Z103 apps. Again, Z103, Vibes 103, and Throwback 103. All right? Good luck to all. It'd be cool to see a K-Bear listener take home a Z103 prize, so I'm wishing you luck. It's kind of sad that what I'm about to say could make people mad. It's pretty, what I would think, non-controversial statement, but we're in weird times. I just wanted to encourage you to do things like wash your hands and not cough on people and not sneeze on them. And if you're sick, stay home. I'm reading about tons of people picking up a variety of just nasty sounding sicknesses. You know, there's stomach bugs going around, like terrible stuff, like that norovirus, which I had one time. Oh, you don't want to get that. It was not cool. It was not cool. Feeling like you're going to puke all day for a week. Oh, the worst. But yeah, flu's going around, lots of different things going around. So please, you know, if you're out shopping and things like that, if you're not feeling well, I don't know, see if somebody else can do your shopping. Try to just stay away from other people. All right, I only have so much time off available. And it seems like year after year, most often, my time off ends up being eaten up by, picking up like a week-long sickness, and it sucks. So, just try to be courteous of others. You know, a little hand washing. You know, just giving people space. If you feel like you're going to cough or sneeze, put your face in your arm. All right? Don't just let her rip. Just, you know, a courtesy I'm asking of you toward others. Because getting sick sucks. All right? And apparently there's a lot of stuff going around. I hope you're feeling okay. A lot of my Facebook friends going through some rough sickness times. And I just want to see everybody get feeling better. Nobody want to be sick during the holidays. So anyway, just letting you know. You know, try to be nice. Morning, it's the Victor Welch Show. And it is New Year's Eve. Yeah. I'll give you an early Happy New Year, since we're not going to be in tomorrow. Looking forward to one more day of sleeping in before the deadly return of the regular schedule next week. Oh, no! No! It has to happen eventually. Ugh. And January and February can just be so rough. So rough. Well, anyway, maybe there's something fun to do tonight. One great place to look for things to do would be riverbendmediagroup.com. We've got our event calendar there. You can check out concert listings by selecting event type, concert/rock, if you want to see all the rock and metal shows. But aside from that, community events, fundraisers, other genres of live music, great place to find yourself a fun time. I mean, I would imagine at most local pubs and such, there will be events happening, live music. I haven't really looked into it because my plan is to just kick back and celebrate Christmas, hopefully. Yeah, that's right. Hoping to open some Christmas presents this evening. We'll see. Depends if they finally show up. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we got a caller here that wants to tell us about what they're going to do. K-Bear, you're live on the show. Keep that in mind. Who's this?
This is Griffin, Victor. Good morning.
Good morning, Griffin. So, you know something going on tonight, or what's on your mind?
I'm just going to hang out with friends. You know, I've got a buddy who's in from Cincinnati, and we're just going to play board games and watch movies and dread the coming of 2025.
I'm with you on that, man. What board games are your go-tos?
Ticket to Ride.
Great game.
Big one.
Great game.
Right? Beautiful game. Uno, of course.
Classic.
10, you know. The classic, you shouldn't play this when you're drunk because it causes arguments.
Yeah, I did a nice sober game of, it was Pocatello-opoly. It's not Monopoly, you know, Monopoly Pocatello style with my daughter the other night. And even, you know, no booze involved whatsoever. It still got to be a frustrating game.
It is contentious. I do not like Monopoly.
And it just goes on and on. We just ended the game. We're like, all right, that's enough.
That's pretty much how that game has to end, right? Because it's like, otherwise it's going to take you a year.
Yeah, I mean, someone just has to kind of cave, because you could sit there and wait to sell all your houses and mortgage all your property. It just takes so long.
Yeah.
So,
Well, hey, bud, I've got a question, or not a question, I'm sorry, a song request.
Sure.
I am in denial about it already being 2025, so I would like to hear Sevendust Denial.
Sevendust Denial. Great band, great request, and I'll throw it on for you right now, man.
I am so happy they're coming with Disturbed. I got tickets. I have been waiting for 20 years to see Sevendust live.
Holy cow.
I'm going to see him in February.
Awesome. That'll be a great show, and Sevendust always kills, man. So you might see me there. I might be there. So
I'll keep an eye out.
All right, dude. Well, I'll get your Sevendust going, and appreciate the call today.
You're welcome. Have a good morning. Happy New Year.
To you as well, man. Peace. I lived in Burley for a couple years, and I worked in Burley for like a decade. And I feel justified in my opinions toward that region. Here's another reason right here that you do not want to move to the Magic Valley. All right? I've shown you some cute videos of raccoons in my backyard recently. If you haven't seen them, I don't know, go check out the K-Bear Instagram. And it freaked me out. I'm like, oh, geez. Is my cat outside? 1 cat versus 3 raccoons. I don't know. I'm nervous for my cat. So anyway, I haven't seen him since. But this is what happened in... Now, they don't say what town. They just say Cassia County. So I'm going to say it's Burley. Right? It could have been Declo or something. But I'm going to go with Burley. We'll throw in an allegedly. But I just read this story and I assume this is a Burley story. All right? Monday, December 23rd, Idaho Fish and Game officers received a report that a raccoon had entered a home in Cassia County and attacked a baby. How often do you see raccoon attacks baby stories? Let's Google that. Keep my IT department going, what is up with this guy? Raccoon attacks baby. Okay, it looks like it happened in Philadelphia at some point. Oh, this is national news now about raccoon attacking a baby in Burley. Okay, well, it says Idaho home. Let's pull up this national news article and let's see if they say where. All right, Cassia County. Why don't they want to say what town it was? Now, they do point out raccoon attacks against humans are extremely rare. Animals are usually shy. Yeah, but these are Burley raccoons, all right? Everything, is on the table when it comes to things in Burley not happening according to the usual, okay? How many articles do I need to pull up here to find out what town it is? All of them just say Cassia County. I want to know what town the raccoons are attacking babies. Well, anyway, Cassia County covers it, okay? I shouldn't laugh. It was a baby attacked by a raccoon, but had it been anywhere else, I probably wouldn't have even talked about the story. But this is, Burley news, Cassia County news. So anyway, if you've been considering a move to that area, raccoons might try to eat your baby. Could that be the new tagline? Does Burley have a city flag? Put a raccoon on it? A scary looking one? Just yesterday, on the noon hour of Madness and Mayhem, powered by Jalisco's, Josh Tyler was telling us how he watched a movie called Crackoon over the weekend. It's like a B horror movie about a raccoon that somehow stumbles across some kind of bag of drugs or something and goes crazy and starts killing people. That sounds a lot like a Burley raccoon to me. Was that film set in Burley? Josh's lights are off over there. Hang on, let me call him. All right. It's hard to see my phone. It's very dark in here. Why can't I spell with the keys on the thing here? There we go. Yeah, Tyler. Hello? Oh. What's going on here? Pick up the phone, buddy. Come on. I know you can see it ringing. I must know if Crack-Coon.
Your call is being forwarded.
Oh, how dare you, Josh? How dare you? Well, anyway, I'll get the scoop. It doesn't matter. But I wanted to see the movie because he said it was terrible. Anyway, beware of Cassia County. Raccoons attacking babies. We'll be back. Freak News is powered by Grease Monkey, voted Idaho's best oil change. All right, let's begin with somebody trying to ruin a good time. You wouldn't think that graham crackers were created for purposes to ruin fun, but yeah, apparently Sylvester Graham created the graham cracker believing it could, curb certain urges. Yeah? You know that genetic imperative? You know how you got a certain desire that ultimately leads to babies? Yeah, graham crackers. Just eat those. You won't want to get into any of that kind of business. No, it didn't work. What in graham crackers? Maybe they laced them with something back in the day. There were a lot of different products way back in the day that had different ingredients. Perhaps graham crackers, have changed a little bit. I don't know. Well, glad they didn't work. All right, what else do we have here? Man arrested for drunk driving sneaks unopened beer cans into patrol car. It's impressive. How do you do that with the cuffs on? Yeah? So we've got this guy, he was wasted. All right. Blood alcohol content 0.245. It's like 3 times the legal limit. So he'd already hit a bunch of parked cars, and they just found him after he'd wrecked. Go up to talk to him, and they're like, "Yeah, okay, this guy is completely trashed." So gave him the blood alcohol test, and then they heard a tsh. No, I don't know. They just found him in the back seat. He had 4 cans of beer on him in the back of the cop car. I don't know if that's an additional charge, but they're not going to like it, Not going to be big fans of your behavior, so probably best to not try that one. Yeah, when the judge reviews the entire report, it's going to stick out a little bit. What else do we have here? Oh, for our Texas listeners, the polar vortex is coming. On its way to all 50 states by January 11th. I don't like the sound of that. But, yeah, things could get pretty nasty in Texas again. And as we've learned in recent years, when it gets really cold in Texas, it is a nightmare. So for our Texas listeners, I hope you do okay. I hope no burst pipes or anything like that. Do what you can to keep those pipes warm. I wish I had better tips and suggestions, but if this is coming our way as well, be prepared for some cooler weather. Hunker down, right? From Victor Wilt's official Queen of Rock 2024, Poppy.
I did see your post. It was gaining traction.
Yeah, we're having a good discussion about that on Facebook. Talked about it earlier on the show. I mean, every article coming out about the best of 2024 in the world of rock is talking about Linkin Park.
Right.
And I do think Linkin Park's new songs are great. I think it was a fine return, but to just call Emily Armstrong the Queen of Rock 2024, she kind of just rolled into a sweet gig. Nothing was going to be as big as the return of Linkin Park.
I mean, she also worked her butt off to be in Dead Sarah and all that.
She did.
And then got the opportunity of a lifetime.
Did.
She didn't just walk right into...
I would say, but to go from Dead Sarah to Linkin Park that's an insanely huge jump. And, everything that happened with Poppy in 2024, that was, Poppy doing her thing. I'm going to team up with one of the most extreme bands in metal, Knocked Loose, and put out the biggest metal song of the year. I'm going to team up with Bad Omens and put out one of the biggest rock songs of the year. Then drop a solo album that's her, best performing album to date.
Well, Poppy and Emily, I think they've both received the same amount of hate. Poppy's just been receiving it for a lot longer. The Linkin Park haters were like all at once this entire year.
Yeah, there was no hate for Emily Armstrong prior to, this year that I'm aware of.
But then there was the whole like, oh, I don't like her because she's not Chester. Let us try to cancel her. And then that didn't happen.
But, I think Poppy worked and worked and worked and worked and made it to the point she's at right now, using her own name, doing her own thing.
Right. Yeah.
It's not anything bad about Emily Armstrong, but she jumped into Linkin Park.
You got to try interviewing her next year.
Poppy?
Yeah, at her show in Salt Lake City.
I actually sent out an email.
Good.
To see if I could do so. She doesn't do a lot of interviews.
I can only imagine like you and her standing next to each other. She's way taller than you.
Is she way taller than me?
No, I just figured.
I don't know how tall she is. That's a good question. Let's find out. I like feeling short next to people.
Well, I know the rumor is that she's dating Noah Sebastian.
Well, that's what the Bad Omens subreddit says.
Well, why was he at the Jimmy Kimmel performance for Knox Loose and Poppy then?
Because they're on the same label?
Yeah, but why would he be there? To backstage?
Because it's in L.A. and they're on the same level?
I wouldn't show up.
If
I was in Bad Omens, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't be like, hey, you know what? Forget it.
And she's been on one of your songs. If one of my homies was performing at Jimmy Kimmel Live and I was in town, I'd go. Especially if they were on my label. And
I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. No.
I think Jimmy Kimmel's great.
No, I think the best guy ever is Conan. Conan for sure.
Well, nobody beats Conan. I mean, come on. Conan was the man, and he got totally screwed over. Poppy is 5'8". Same height as me.
Same height as you.
Same height as me.
Because I was going to say, like, her standing next to Noah. Noah's a lot taller than you think.
Yeah, he's tall.
Because I accidentally ran into him at that venue, the Union Event Center. I got lost, and he was folding laundry, and I stood next to him, and he was about, like, up to my chin.
Yeah, he's taller than me, for sure. He's
about 6'3".
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Lou Brutus was a lot taller in person than I thought he would be.
Yeah, Lou's a little taller than me.
Yeah.
For sure. But
I thought he'd be like a little tiny guy. I don't know why. I just feel like every famous person's real short. Because I've met a lot of famous people who are short. Taylor Lautner, Travis Barker, Kelly Clarkson.
Is he pretty short?
Travis Barker's about 5'10".
Okay. All right. See, but everybody's short.
Taylor Barber of Left to Suffer is a lot bigger in person than I thought he'd be.
That's true.
Even AJ from Fire from the Gods was close to my height.
There are a few big oafs in the rock world.
Peter Steele was the king of them all.
That's right. We need more tall guys.
Imagine if he was still around and he did a song with Poppy. You know how funny that would be?
It might work pretty good.
It
might work pretty good. I mean, I just think it's cool that she's really blown up this year. And again, Linkin Park was going to get all kinds of attention and accolades no matter what.
Yeah, I wonder what would have happened if they chose somebody else. Like, what would have happened with Linkin Park? I think they would have been the same thing. They would have had the same treatment from people.
I think
this
so.
is not Chester.
Yeah, I think so. I think they made a good choice because she fits the music good. And that's what you want, somebody who fits the songs.
I think Mike knows what he's doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Compared to some guy on Facebook complaining about Emily in like the Octane fan group or whatever, I feel like Mike knows 10 times the knowledge of most people when it comes to music.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's the sole force behind that band, basically, as far as I know. Sorry, Linkin Park fans, if I'm a little off on that. I'm not a huge Linkin Park guy, so I don't know all
Well, he was also
deets.
in Fort Minor, had one of the biggest songs with them.
So anyway, again, it's not to cut down Linkin Park or Emily Armstrong. I just think Poppy deserves more credit.
I just think you're trying to take down women.
Take down women with another woman? That don't make any sense at all, Peter. So I've mentioned I've been doing a new playthrough of The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. Made my way through Part 1, just started Part 2, and this story I just stumbled across. I think they need to throw this upgrade into The Last of Us 3. If you've played those games, your melee weapons, things like baseball bats, metal pipes, 2x4s. In The Last of Us, you can upgrade them, with like spikes and stuff, so you can get a one-hit kill on the zombie. I don't know if you call them zombies in that game. It's the only word I could think of for them. The infected, the clickers. Well, anyway, in Mackinac City, got officers reporting, or responding to a report, I should say, of a man assaulting a person with a saw, as well as trying to run that person over with a vehicle when they showed up. This guy had attached a circular saw to a wooden 2x4. This is wild. Thankfully, nobody was hurt or anything like that. But yeah, I think they just, in The Last of Us, wrap like barbed wire around the 2x4. Not nearly as impressive as a circular saw. What did they think it, would seem too outlandish for the real world? I mean, I would assume it was battery powered, right? This guy got this long extension cord. Come on, come a little closer to me. Come over here. Anyway, everybody was fine. He's in jail. The guy who attempted the assault, obviously. But yeah, no, I think that would be a fine upgrade. And if, the team at Naughty Dog doesn't want to implement that, Rockstar, how about for GTA 6? I mean, this screams Florida Man. Circular saw, it was taped to a 2x4. Taped! I think that type of weapon would be fantastic in GTA 6. All right? Just throwing it out there. It's the Victor Wilt Show. Mentioned earlier that Z103 has brought back their Idaho's #1 baby bump contest, where you can win everything you need for a nursery. So if you know anybody who's pregnant, you should tell them to get over to riverbendmediagroup.com, go to the Z103 page and get the scoop. All you've really got to do is take a picture of your baby bump and submit it in one of the Z103 apps, the regular Z103 app, Vibes 103, or Throwback 103. Then you can win all that stuff, the changing table, blah, blah, blah. Everything you need for that nursery. Everything's gotten to be pretty expensive, so as much money as you could save in this day and age, the better. Plus, then you have more money down the line for, hairstyling for your little one. Yeah, maybe you could help them grow a mullet and enter the Kids Mullet Championship. I did not know this was a thing, but it is. And if you want to check out photos, just Google Photos 2024 USA Kids Mullet Championship. Now, okay, there are some impressive mullets in this photo gallery I'm looking at from the USA Kids Mullet Championship. But I just gotta wonder, are these kids' parents, just kind of pushing this along because they think it's hilarious? I mean, I can't help but laugh at some of the mullets these kids are rocking. All right, now, and I don't judge. If you're rocking a mullet, that's cool. I can't judge. All right, the last time I had hair, well, I was thinning on the top pretty bad. Most people called what I had going on a skullet. So I effectively was rocking a version of a mullet for many years. But not when I was 3, all right? I don't know. It is a funny look, but is it really in? I don't know. Anyway, just want to let you know the mullet championships for children are a thing, and you're going to have a lot more money for, hairspray and haircuts if you win Idaho's #1 baby bump with the Z103, thanks to Mountain View Hospital. Go ahead and get your entries in the Z103 apps, and good luck. Yeah, if you haven't been to the K-Bear page or the K-Bear group on Facebook, I'm just posting left and right. Last one that I threw up here was one of these. All right, pick one. You got 4 album covers, and you react with whichever one's your go-to. And I was like, this is a no-brainer, even though all 4 albums, top notch. You got Soundgarden, Super Unknown, Alice in Chains, Dirt, Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream, and then 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. Now, again, I didn't even have to think about this one. If I'm going to pick one, no question that it's going to be 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. A masterpiece. 10 out of 10. But, everybody's taste is a little different. So, interesting to see what choices those of you will make in the group there. So you should get over and vote. Looks like Josh Tyler voted. I bet he went, let me see. I bet he's a Smashing Pumpkins guy. He's really into alternative rock. Smashing Pumpkins, definitely out of all of those artists, the most I'd put into that kind of realm. Let's see what Josh Tyler did here. Chantel Tyler, co-host of Wake Up Classy 97 with Josh. She's on Team Victor with 9 Inch Nails. What about Josh? Where's he at? He gave it the thumbs up, which is, I called it Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. Wonder what Peaches would pick. Has Peaches voted yet? Doesn't look like it here. All right, I'm going to throw out a prediction. Peaches. He might go with Smashing Pumpkins too. I don't know. That's a tough one. Because all of those bands are before Peaches' time. You know, that's the stuff he's like, oldies. It's like, dude, come on. Yeah. I don't know. Hopefully he votes soon. I guess I'll stick. I don't know if it would be Smashing Pumpkins. I'm stumped for the Peaches vote on that one. Jade would definitely go 9 Inch Nails. No question. Jade would be on Team 9 Inch Nails. Anyway, I want to see your votes. Get over to that post, K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal on Facebook. You know, if you're listening from elsewhere, even though it has the word Idaho in the group, you should still join. And we have a good time in there. Chat about music and stupid memes and videos and blah, blah, blah. It's a good time. So get over there, vote. There's no prize or anything. I'm just curious. And, you know, speaking of the downward spiral, I think we're going to have to kick off the next hour with a track from that. Be right back. How's Jay Davis doing today?
I need a nap.
Me too. Let's leave.
I got a case of the Mondays on the Tuesdays.
Oh,
just continuing on.
Well, luckily we get a holiday break tomorrow. One day, New Year's Day. What's your New Year's resolution, Jay Davis?
Give you more work.
Oh, I knew it! I knew it!
The one thing I do like about New Year's is it's the one holiday where it's done right. So you go and tie it on the night before, and the holiday is actually your recovery day, unlike everything else.
Yeah, that's true.
Because as soon as the holiday's over with everything else, Halloween, St. Patty's Day, Christmas, whatever, you got to go back to work the very next day.
Yeah. No, we need to redo holidays.
Right?
I mean, I guess you could just choose to like the day before Thanksgiving, which I think I remember reading was like the biggest drinking day of the year. Drinksgiving. Yeah. So you just do that. Christmas Eve. Sorry, kids. Santa didn't make it.
That's right. Because he got a sober drive home.
That's right. Yes, please be responsible tonight. Make sure to get a DD if you're out and about. Also, if you start feeling like a crazy person, that's when you call the Uber or whatever, you know, before you start ranting and raving and shaming people.
Shame.
You don't want to be wandering the streets. Shame. People will think you're crazy, you know, even though you're just trying to do your best, homage to Game of Thrones. People might not understand what you're doing. Might think you're just completely out of it.
That might be true too.
Oh, man. Well, I had a fun evening last night. I went with Maddie to the mall, and I was doing a little bit of shopping. Well, she's got her new boyfriend that I've never met.
Grosser.
Coming to town tomorrow. So, I figured...
Are you going to be Grand Bob here soon?
That's kind of weird that you said that. I started getting paranoid last night. I had a dream that I don't remember which kid it was, but one of them had a baby on the way. I'm like, no, I'm not old enough to be grandpa.
It'd be so awesome. You'd be so old.
Which is crazy because I am old enough to be grandpa. No, but when you're the grandparent, you have to help and stuff. They probably need
have to pretend to like kids.
Well, that, and you have to give them some stuff, you need diapers. I don't even know what diapers cost now, but it's got to be terrible. With how much them eggs cost, that toilet paper, diapers, dude, because they've always been outrageous. But it was pretty fun at the mall. I found a 2 DVD set of the Ali G Show, the complete series. It's like, oh, dude, this is amazing. Showed Maddie an episode of that. She was like, She likes the Borat movies, but I think the older Ali G was just even a little more vile.
It was out there, that's for sure.
And then I found a book called Amazing Cat Tricks, so I can teach my cats tricks. What do you think about that, Jade? I need a hobby for the winter months.
You need to pick a new hobby.
I didn't even look at what tricks you could teach them. I just was like, teach your cat amazing tricks. I must buy this.
Last time I was in the mall, I went and got a book for the kiddos called The Dinosaur That Pooped Christmas.
The dinosaur. That book sounds like a book that would make some people mad. You can't have the words poop and Christmas in the same title.
It actually had a very good,
Message?
Message, yeah.
Okay, what's the message?
To not be greedy and realize that Christmas is about family and not getting stuff.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out this. Did the dinosaur hoard all the treats and then have a bad time?
Well, the kid was on the border of bad, so he was like not quite naughty list, not quite nice list, and Santa's like, I'm going to teach him a lesson.
Okay.
And gave him a giant dinosaur egg, turned into a giant dinosaur, and the dinosaur ate everything, including Santa.
The dinosaur ate Santa.
And then at the end, the boy's the only thing left, and he's just sitting there crying. The dinosaur feels bad and brings back Christmas.
Really?
Yeah.
I
It's
love
an
this.
awesome book.
That's much better than the Grinch coming back down from the mountain with the sled full of toys. We got Jade and Peaches in the house. I talked about this a bit earlier, a post I made in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group. We got 4 albums, guys.
Why'd you hold up 5 fingers?
I don't know. I wasn't necessarily trying to say how many albums. I was just moving my hand.
Is that Idaho education? Supposed to hold up 4 fingers, Victor.
For the one that never graduated, yes.
True. Yeah, there you go.
I did graduate.
You don't have the paper to prove it.
I could show you. We just got to take a drive to Pokey and be like, give it so we can look at it.
Aren't you on the wall?
Yeah, I'm on the wall.
Yeah.
But that's just that you attended.
Yeah.
You know, that doesn't mean you graduated.
That's kind of weird. They
Or you just snuck into the photo at that point.
Yeah, they take those photos really early in the year. You could easily fail. Have many months. Okay, so 4 albums from the 90s, and you got to pick just one. We have Soundgarden, Super Unknown, Alice in Chains, Dirt, Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream, 9 Inch Nails, The Downward Spiral. What's your pick, Jade Davis?
What happens if I don't pick one? Why do I have to pick only one?
Because that's how it works. You have to pick one.
What's the
consequence?
consequence?
I can't say on air because it's too violent.
Shame.
That's right. You get a shaming from me, and you know how bad that is.
Well, you said you already knew what my answer was going to be, so why'd you even ask this question?
Because I wanted to make sure I was right.
Well, what do you think it is?
9 Inch Nails.
You're right.
Yeah. Now, Peaches, though, I didn't. What do you think Peaches would pick? Soundgarden, Super Unknown, Alice in Chains, Dirt, Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream, or the
Smashing
Downward
Pumpkins
Spiral?
because it's the wussiest.
That's what I kind of was guessing.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I was thinking that one's,
And
the
he's
most
stealing
kind
my
of
look.
malty.
He's bald and has a beard and he's tall too.
Is Billy Corgan tall?
He's about like 6'4".
Wow. Yeah, I would have thought he's a short guy. Okay, so if it's not Smashing Pumpkins,
You already know how I feel about one of those bands you just said too, besides the Smashing Pumpkins.
well,
How I think they're way overplayed.
so I guess, are you going to go with Soundgarden?
No.
No, is Soundgarden the one you think's overplayed?
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were talking about Alice in Chains.
No, that's the one. That's my answer.
That's your answer? All right, if I had to go Soundgarden or Alice in Chains.
He's just trying to get on Scott's good side.
Oh,
What?
hang on, guys, hang on. Let me tell you, Alice in
The only
Chains.
one worth listening to is Alice in Chains. Hang on, let's
I never
put
heard
on
him
an
say
Alice in
that.
Chains album.
Howie Rock loves Alice in Chains.
I just remember his break about falling in reverse. Isn't that just standing up? He would make that joke every time.
He does like to repeat things. Hang on. So, what do you think my pick was, Jade?
I'd probably say Alice in Chains.
You really?
Yeah.
It's obviously Nine Inch Nails.
Oh, well, sometimes you're weird.
I am weird, and I do like Alice in Chains and Soundgarden a lot. I like the Smashing Pumpkins, but that would be my least favorite of the bunch.
Think about amount of hours I spent listening to all of those, and Nine Inch Nails was definitely on the higher end of it.
Oh, yeah, like without question.
See, I didn't grow up in this time, too. That's the unfortunate part.
Yeah.
I think Layton died before I was born, I think, maybe.
Yeah, when I talked about this earlier, I was saying, these are all the bands that Peaches say are like really old, and we need to tone down on playing them so much.
They are pretty dad rockish at this point.
I mean, they are 30 years old, these albums.
Rage Against the Machine, definitely dad rock now.
It's so funny.
Well, Slipknot, like you said, is also dad rock now.
It is.
It is dad rock.
It's just funny to think of the stuff that was dad rock when we were kids, like the Eagles, our
Motley
kids.
Crue.
Yeah, or it was even older than that for us. Yeah. I guess when we were kids, what were
the Doors?
The Doors, the Moody Blues. What was my dad was listening to country music. Waylon Jennings. I guess it's not rock.
In the 90s, 30 years old would have been the 60s. So Hendrix.
Yeah, Hendrix, the
Beatles.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
My dad was AC/DC and all that. My mom's Journey, REO Speedwagon. All the, wussy stuff.
All the oldies.
Yeah.
Oldies now, except, I mean, these albums, 30 years old.
And those are oldies.
That's oldies.
It's not even classic anymore.
Yeah, classic rock radio is so weird because they're still 80s based. And it's like, well, then your average listener, let's see, how old would you be if you were 18 in like 85?
You'd be in your 50s.
Yeah, you'd be beyond 50s, right? You might be close to 60.
Yeah. Because my brother turned 18 in 89, and he's 10 years older than I am. So 40, so he's 54.
I just did 18 and 85. I pulled out the calculator because, California education here.
Yes.
57 years old, 1967.
57 years old. So that's the upper end of a demographic, I'd say. Why aren't they playing Korn and Limp Bizkit on classic rock? That's 99.
That's too heavy for classic rock.
99 and earlier. I mean, that's old. That's really old.
I mean, we're there. We're gray haired or no hair.
Yeah, no hair, gray beards. I think if your average age of your listener is gray beards and no hair, it's now classic. I mean, I'm not trying to give the folks down the road tips here, but I hate to break it to everybody. Limp Bizkit and Korn is classic rock at this point. System of a Down, classic rock.
I think if you can't stand up without groaning, you're old.
Oh, yeah. You hear me in here stretching. Generally, it is sporting events that parents ruin for their kids when it comes to school. Well, how about a school play? Got a parent in Gettysburg who is facing probably very serious charges after an alleged bomb threat and disturbance during an elementary school play earlier this year. So you got Andrew Wick. Sorry, just made me think of, is it Alan Wick? Anyway, charged with all of this. Misdemeanor counts of terroristic threats, disorderly conduct, defiant trespass, possession of controlled substances, and a summary count of public drunkenness. Okay, so he's all trashed. They get called to the Franklin Township Elementary School for a parent out of control at an event. So I guess he was just throwing things around and then threatening others with the use of a bomb. And then he told officers, I need a gun. Well, they didn't give him one. Try to think about your kids, people. All right? I understand. Holidays can be stressful. Life can be stressful. And going to a children's play can be, kind of boring. But they're going to always remember this. You don't want your kids remember that time Dad completely lost his mind at your elementary school play, got in a fight with the police, threatened to blow the place. Yeah, that was your dad. Yeah, you don't want to have those kind of memories, for your children's childhood. So settle down. I mean, stay home. You know, your wife might get mad, but she should know. The guy wasn't just all of a sudden hammered. You got a hammered spouse, and it's time to go to the kids' play. And maybe like tie him up and put him in the closet or something, because you don't want that Tasmanian devil running around your home either. Oh, what a day. What a show. Can't believe it's already over. But I'm cool with that because it gets me one step closer to being done for the day and getting toward that recliner where I'm going to kick back and ring in the new year with a lot of, I don't know, hopefully not snoring. You know, hopefully I could stay up for a little while, but I don't know, I'm feeling pretty lazy. Anyhow, before I go, just want to let you know if you lost $1.1 million in cocaine in the Canadian wilderness, oh, the authorities have found it and are waiting for you to come pick that up. Go ahead, turn yourself in. Jeez, 78 pounds? 78 pounds of cocaine, according to this article. Earlier, we talked about the movie Crackoon, which I heard about a raccoon that finds some type of drugs and starts attacking people. We talked about a raccoon attacking a baby in Cassia County, Idaho. And I think there was a brief mention of perhaps Cocaine Bear thrown into the mix. If not, well, Canada, you see this? 78 pounds of cocaine out in the woods? That is how you end up with a cocaine bear. Or a cocaine raccoon. A crackoon. Any animal. What's next? Cocaine cougar? Cocaine cougar. There are giant cats out there, people. All right? Drugs are bad, okay? Especially for wildlife. I want y'all to be able to take a nice hike and not have to worry about these things. Got some, mountain lions strolling in from off trail. Hey, man. Hey, man, come on, I'll trade you a cheeseburger, man. You ever seen that movie, Menace to Society? Okay, anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I'll return with Peaches for the noon hour of madness and mayhem powered by Jalisco's. I hope you have a wonderful morning. I hope you had a decent 2024. If it was rough, I'm sorry. And I hope 2025 is much better for everyone. Even if you had a great year, I hope 2025 is even better. But just be good to one another today. Be reasonable and rational. Don't overdo it. If you're out and about and you're doing some drinking, get yourself designated driver. Stick with friends and things as well. Just try to be safe, okay? Want everybody to roll into tomorrow morning. Doing pretty good. So try not to overdo it. Appreciate you all. You're the best. Awesome to make it through another year, getting to do what I do, thanks to you. So yeah, one final massive thank you for listening to my show and supporting K-Bear. All right, I'm gonna bail, but I'll be back in a bit, okay? Enjoy the rest of your morning. Thank you again for tuning in to The Victor Welch Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.